Welcome to the shop. Hope you're having a great day. Alright, it's part 2 of getting all these handles done and worked on and the full guide to getting them all taken care of. Are you ready? Here we go. Welcome back. So, if you watched part 1, which I'll put up here in the cards and down in the description, you saw me cut these out and shape them and all that. But as you can see, they're already done. I just had to cut this into 2 parts that have been way too long. Now this isn't finished just because we got the handles done. I still got a whole bunch of etching and stuff like that and finishing on the bevels. Basically, the handles are done. Let's get to it. Everything's all matched up, good to go. Got all the epoxy handles on. Well, all the epoxy handles on. It's time just to get to the horizontal grinder. I'll put the small wheel attachment on to get in here. Then my bigger wheel to get the rest of it. Now you can do it all on the vertical grinder. I just prefer a horizontal grinder because I have it and it seems to be a lot easier. So I'll just take it all down to the spine. That way we're doing the spine and the scales all at the same time. Now I know I say this just about every video where I'm doing handles, but if you don't have a small wheel attachment, you can buy a set like this, the drums. They just either go in a drill press, you know, if you have to, you can put them in a drill, put the drill in a vise, and then do that if you have to, if you don't have a drill press. There's many ways to use these and many ways to get the same thing done. It depends on how much money you have to spend and what's efficient and what works for you. I'm lucky enough that I built a horizontal grinder and that works the best for me. So, enough blabbing, let's get to the grinder. Alright, I got all my protection on since I'm working with carbon fiber and G10. I got these sitting over here out of the way. I'm just going to hit all these on, you know, the openings and stuff like that. Now I've showed this before, but I just use a regular DD work rest. You know I talk about him a lot, but man, his products are awesome. Not sponsored or anything, but see, these are neodymium magnets you get from Home Depot. You just slide it over, you know, make whatever you have. That way, instead of it buttoned up, you can make it as far past as you want. That way you can slide past and do, you know, basically whatever you want. Did I say do whatever you want enough? I'm just going to cut these out first. And another thing, you know, I use it to straighten up all my plates and stuff. I'll use machinist squares, but sometimes that's not enough. So 1, 2, 3 blocks will work too. You know they're square. That way you know you get a nice square grind. All these things are on my Amazon links. When I talk about Amazon links, these are the things I'm talking about. All right, enough talk. Let's get to grinding. I didn't realize I left that up there. I'm gonna put, I think this is a 120. Yeah, I'm gonna put a 60 on here. Now this is why we save our worn belts from grinding bevels. This is a worn 60, but it'll be perfect for handles. We don't need to break out a new 60. Alright, so small wheels are great for grinding off stuff. I don't want to talk too much with my mask off because this is all G10 and carbon fiber. But you're going to have to get a bigger wheel or something to find it out. You see all these bumpy things? You got to get all that out. Alright. Alright, got my big doubler plate on with my 6-inch wheel. Now watch, this is why I do it on the small wheel. I'll hit here and it won't come out as fast as all the other stuff with the small wheel. This is a worn 120. Look at that nice shine. Can we get that out of the light? Got too many lights in here. But yeah, bam, right off the belt, 120. Alright, let me go mark these out. Yeah, man, look how smooth they are. All on pivots. That's why I only use pivots. Yeah, woohoo! Sorry about the noise in the background. I got a fan blowing out the window. It's the only way I feel safe talking down here with all that carbon fiber and G10. But let's take these apart and we'll mark out one side and I'll show you how I do the handles. Now if you watched before, I always keep screws. You don't want to punch out these pivots with like a punch or something. I used to do that and they bend them all up. You just screw in a piece in the pivot, take your 1, 2, 3 blocks and knock them out. And they come right off. Then you take your two pieces and you put them together. They don't have to be tight together, but they do have to be even. See how that's even all the way up and down? In fact, you probably do want to leave a little gap in there. That way you can just pop them out with a screwdriver. And then we take our markers. For me, here's where the front choil comes down. Or here's where the finger groove comes down. So I'm going to want to be about right here. Come up. Maybe come out like that. Now I'm going to cut most of this off on the bandsaw. Yeah, I'm just going to do the rest and I'll meet you back at the grinder. Alright, now we got everything cut out. It's actually the next day. I'm just gonna hit these on the wheel, get them all smoothed out. Just because I have this line, this is just a reference. If I see something I like that's beyond the line or not to the line, I'll fix it. But like I say, held together just by the pivots. I almost forgot to put my jacket on for the carbon fiber. I'm gonna do the G10 a different way. This carbon fiber one, I'm gonna do freehand with the big wheel to start out. Here we go. Alright, I can't take my mask off. I got a fan right here. It's blowing the carbon fiber out the window, hopefully, or keeping as much off as me. So I'm gonna put, I just did this all freehand. I'm gonna put the small wheel attachment on real quick and finish up here. So if you can see, what I try to do is keep these lines even, you know, as far as we can. You can see they come down here straight, and they come up here straight. Now any little imperfection we can take out with hand sanding. But yeah, so that's free-handed. Now I was watching Jeremy from Simple Little Life. Oh, I can taste that carbon fiber already. And I'll show you what he did. You saw the other day where he set up to do his handles like this. If you go back and watch my old videos, like before I even spoke and stuff, I used to do this. Now here's another thing for the doubler plates. You know, you get them up here, you get them all straight. But what I never did is strike a line like he did in that video. So I'm going to try it with the line struck. What I used to do is I would make liners like this, the thin liners, and I'd only go right to the liners. So let's give this a shot. And see, it doesn't matter how open or closed they are, because you're on this flat ground, and then you're turning it over on your flat. You're not doing this top one, you're only doing the bottom one. So this gap doesn't matter at all. And when you mark it, make sure you put this flat and you mark down here. Don't mark up here, because that'll be inconsistent. And you know, you flip it over so it doesn't matter the gap here. Alright, let's get to this. Alright, so the one problem I see with the setup like that, it's the exact same thing as the problem I have with the jig. The setup time isn't worth it. Now, I will say, I did get these two done in the same amount of time as this one. But I still have to go back and round off the corners and get them all smooth like that. Unless you want these harsh corners. But, you know, every person grinds different and has different setups that are faster and quicker and all that stuff, so choose your own way. Alright, let me smooth these out, and I'm going to do the carbon fiber one like I did this one. Alright, so I'm just going to smooth these out. I'm not going any further in. Man, one piece of advice I just learned the hard way. When you go from carbon fiber to G10, man, oh man, I was putting way too much pressure. Look at that line. Whoop, I went way in there. So let's just get these all smoothed out. I'll be going back and forth from here to the slack belt. It's good to kind of smooth it out on the slack belt, you know. So, all right. I'm going to save this one for an Anzo pattern. Here we go. Alright, so once again, see how these come out straight? Boom. How these come up straight? Boom. And how these are straight. Now, there are little imperfections here, but all that can be hand sanded out. You just want to get it as close to these angles, or you know, if you put angles like that down, or however you do it, you know, back here, you want to make sure this comes down, or see how this comes up higher here? You want to bring this one up higher. Just like I did on this one. See? Boom. You want to look down and make sure your angles are all correct and everything's straight. Now, since you made these on the knife handle, do not go up to your edge. Because when you make your edge smaller, you're going to have to make your knife smaller. But, yeah. Let me finish this side. I'll put the small wheel attachment on, and we'll do some Anzo and stuff. Bam! See, all our lines are straight. Looks like I need a little bit more off there. But, yeah, a little bit more here. A little bit more here. And, other than that, we're pretty good. I still got to do here. You can even see here where the carbon fiber hasn't been touched. It's basically the same. Still needs a little bit. I need to punch that back through so I can get it, but yeah, the rest we can do hand sanding. Except for that part I got to touch up here. Alright, let me put the wheel on and all that stuff, and I'll be back. All that's left is the Anzo pattern, and I think I'm going to go mark it out so I get better results. I'm not all over the place. I'll be back. Actually, it'll be time lapse. I got a video I'll put up here about how I do my Anzos. Alright, time for hand sanding. I got everything set up here, ready to go. Got my time-lapse camera set up here and here. Hopefully this will be the end of the video. There we go. Got the vise set up and all my sandpaper everywhere, and it's all a mess. I've procrastinated for 2 days. Found every excuse in the book not to hand sand, but it's that time. Here we go. Alright, so that's about it. Boom! We got them all done, all taken care of. I don't think I even put this one in the time lapse, but boom. All good to go. All nice hand sanded up. Good to go. Boom. All nice and rounded. Fits really nice in the hand. I mean, man. Whew. For me, even if I choke up on it, whew, man, that feels real nice. Like I said before, it's almost too small for me for this hand, but yeah. Boom. All nice and rounded. Now, I don't have the screws or anything in there because I have to take these handles off and finish them all out and all that. I think on this one, I'm going to do the G10 pins. So I'm going to epoxy it all up just like a regular knife and stuff, but we'll see. So that's about it. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you don't. Won't hurt my feelings a bit. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know, leave comments, all that good stuff. Amazon links are on my website along with shirts like this. Up in the cards and down in the description below. Alright, so next we're just going to be etching. I got a whole bunch of blades. I got these old blades. And this old blade. If you watch the live stream, I used to hand sand this. And this blade. So I've got like 5 blades that need Hamones etched in it. I'm just going to figure out, I'm going to try vinegar and I'm going to try coffee and different kinds of things to see what etches a Hamone best. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great day. And as always, take it easy.